I am here in Vienna with someone who is organizing me here, Ines, and she has a lot of questions. So I thought, why don't you ask me so I can record the answers, and that way I can channel the answers and we can get better answers for these questions. So this is what's going to happen now. Ines will be asking some questions and I'll be channeling the answers, or I'll be giving answers that I already know from all the clients asking similar or the same questions to their higher self. Remember, all the things I know or all the things I channel in these little videos, I got from the client's higher self. If it doesn't suit someone, simply go to the next question, because not every answer is for everybody. And we don't want to say that this is the right way or this is the only way. Whatever works for you is always the right way. Always remember that. And if something doesn't resonate with you, if something doesn't feel true for you, simply move on, either to another question or another video or another channel altogether. There are hundreds and hundreds of videos on YouTube regarding these things. Pick the ones that actually resonate with you at every moment, because some of them might resonate for 1 month or 2 months and then you get bored. We get bored because our soul is telling us, I've learned from that. I have nothing more to learn from it. And this is why some people sound boring to us. They might not be too boring. It's just that they have nothing more to teach us. So then we can move on to either someone else, or even better, we could look in and get the answers ourselves. Now, the universe talks to everybody. It doesn't just talk to channels. The difference is that most channels trust what they get. And this is why a lot of people listen to channeled information, simply because they don't trust themselves. Otherwise, do you really think that the universe says, I'm only going to talk to Eric or John or Mary or Samantha? It's impossible. So trust when you get information from the universe. Trust your feelings, in other words. So many people will say, I don't know if it's the universe. You don't have to know. Trust your feelings. Your feelings is your soul. Trust your intuition. That's why you have it. Okay, Ines, let's go straight to the jugular.
Hi, Eric. Okay.
Hi.
How can I let go of my need to be famous?
How can I let go of my need to be famous? Yes. Because I haven't had this question before, I don't know the answer. I'll have to channel it now. Okay, give me 1 second. I think we're going to first have to find out why we have a need to be famous. And then we might get the answer. Give me 1 second. Oh dear. Yes. I kind of knew this, but I didn't want to admit it. We have a need to be famous to fulfill our need to be loved. Because we did not get the love we needed when we were growing up, either from our friends, our parents, or the rest of our family, because we did not get the attention we needed when we were growing up, and we do need a lot of attention as children, as we get older, we keep looking for that. And when we see a little movie that some young, beautiful girl got a lot of attention, we think, okay, since I'm not getting attention from my parents, I'm going to get it this way. I'm going to become famous. And we convince our bodies that fame will bring you love. And that is where the need comes from, to be famous. There is no need to judge it. Simply know why you have the need to be famous. And once you know why you have the need, you are in charge of this need afterwards. This need is not in charge of you. So you're not going to go crazy if you don't become famous, like some people have. Or you won't sell your soul to the devil, so to speak, as the saying goes, so that you can become famous, which a lot of people do, which is all right. There is no right or wrong, but they regret it afterwards. But if you know why you have the need to be famous, you'll have no regrets afterwards. You'll either do whatever it takes to get famous, knowing though that yes, I'm going to get famous no matter what, because I need to be loved. Or whenever the need to be famous arises in you, you will tell yourself, oh, I just have this need because I didn't get all the attention I wanted when I was a child, or when I was a teenager, or whatever. And the issue here or the problem here, nothing ever is a problem, of course, but we'll use the human word, okay? The problem here is not that you want to be famous. The problem is that you don't know why you want to be famous. Once you understand and accept the reasons for why you want to become famous, then we have no problem. Because you know. And once you know, you're in charge. This way you become in charge of your life, in charge of your needs, and then they are no longer in charge of you. You are holding the reins to the horses that are galloping and are guiding your life. Okay.
Okay. Well,
So go for it. Go be famous. Just know why you want to be famous. I've always said in many seminars, Madonna would not have become Madonna had her mother not died when she was 6. She's looking for that motherly love. Her dad had 6 children, too busy working. She is looking for that. So much so that it made her Madonna. Because we know Madonna's not the best artist out there. She's a businesswoman. But if she didn't have... It's that need to be loved that made her who she is. I'm sure that if her mother had not died, she wouldn't have gone this far.
yeah.
Right. Okay, next question.
Yes, but the thing is, so many people, they are trying so hard to become famous.
To be famous.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But they don't achieve it.
I try so hard to be beautiful. Why is one okay and the other one not okay?
But they don't achieve it. How come?
Maybe because... Oh, let me channel. I don't want to say maybes. Let me channel. Give me 1 second. They don't achieve it. Why don't they achieve their fame? Okay. In some cases, they do not achieve their fame because they are afraid of failure. And failure can only come after success. So they sabotage their success to protect themselves from failing afterwards. That's one reason sometimes they don't become famous or they don't achieve what they want. Another reason is they're not comfortable with it. They say, I want fame, I want to be loved, but when it comes down to it, they feel awkward. They're not comfortable with all this attention. So they're really, even though they want it, at the same time they're sabotaging it. Another reason is they cannot stand criticism. And they kind of know that with fame comes criticism as well. Not everybody's going to love you. And they cannot handle this. They don't have thick skin, as we say in English. And this is another reason they're blocking their success. Because they're afraid of criticism. And they would rather not be famous than be criticized.
So how can you learn to deal with criticism?
In my case, I learned to deal with it because I convinced myself, or I told myself, that I am on earth only for me. I have come to earth just for me. So what other people think of me or what other people say about me has nothing to do with me. It has to do with them. Because I've come here just for me. So what others say don't matter. Doesn't matter. What other people say does not matter one bit. Because I keep telling myself, Eric, you have come to earth just for you. So keep moving. Keep moving. As they say, never look back. Never. Keep moving. Constantly keep moving. And this way you can get to where you want to get to without letting other people stop you. Keep in mind, others will always criticize what they can't do. Right? If we can't make money, we criticize the rich. If we can't become famous, we criticize the famous. We say, yes, but they're not happy. Yeah, right, that's because you cannot become famous. So we usually criticize what we want to be and cannot be. I remember a line from a very good book. The book has nothing to do with fame. It was written by a German woman, actually. Love yourself and it doesn't matter who you marry. By Eva Marie Zurchost, I think it is in German. There was one line in there that changed my life. When you dislike someone, ask yourself, what does that person have that I want and I don't have? And I said, oh my God, yes. There was one person that I disliked. Only one. The rest I didn't care about. And I asked myself, what does she have that I want? and I don't have. She made money without working. She made money without doing anything. Now, the people that she made money with were a little pissed because she wasn't a good organizer. But what bugged me about her was that she made money without doing anything. That's what really bugged me, because I wanted to make money without doing anything. So I found the excuse, she's not a good organizer and she pisses people off. And she's not honest. But that was just an excuse. The reality was, this woman made money without working, and that's what I wanted to do. So I disliked her, or I criticized her, because she had something I wanted. Okay, so when people criticize you, keep in mind, they just want what you have. And then keep moving. Keep moving. Okay.
Okay.
That was enough for fame. Let's go to another subject.
I think you already answered the question, but let's ask again. How can I let go of my need to be loved?
Okay, how can I let go of my need to be loved? That is a universal answer. Love yourself. Simply love yourself. But because we have so many videos on YouTube about loving yourself, or we mention it in so many videos, let's skip it. Because we don't want people to get bored and then they don't listen to the rest of the video.
Okay. Is being attached to the stuff I love holding me back to my personal growth?
Is being attached to the stuff you love holding you back from your personal growth? Let's see. Okay. Yes and no. To love physical stuff is not necessarily holding you back, because you are in a physical reality, and there's a high probability you come from a reality that is not physical. So, of course, you came here to enjoy physicality. However, what could hold you back, or what does hold you back, is when you think you are this stuff. When you think, I am this beautiful table. I am that comfortable couch. I am this lamp. Or this lamp is me. I have to be very careful. I don't want to break it. It's expensive. This is me. Then it's holding you back. Because you are so much more than physical stuff. You are so much more than your body. You are so much more than the whole earth. We are even bigger than earth. So from that perspective, it's holding you back. It's okay to love your stuff. But when you think that you are your stuff, that's holding you back. Simply loving your stuff and enjoying it, no. Whatever it is you enjoy can never hold you back. Because you're enjoying it because your soul also enjoys it. If your soul did not enjoy it, you would feel neutral about it. It would be like eating tofu. You would eat it because you know it's healthy. But please don't tell me your soul enjoys tofu. Okay, no. It'll be like that. So if you're enjoying your stuff, so does your soul. Your soul enjoys physicality. But your soul knows that it's so much more than this. This is something to enjoy on your path to earth. Meaning, while you're on your path on earth. So no. Enjoying your stuff is not, loving your stuff is not holding you back, no. Thinking you are your stuff holds you back. The guy that channeled the book's Conversations with God, I heard him in a seminar once he was giving, and he was saying, when I was 16, I thought I was my hair. Right? And then I became 17, and I thought, how stupid of me. I'm not my hair, I am my car. Right? It's something like that. He was trying to teach us how we are so much more than what we think is us. So, sure, enjoy it, but don't get attached to where you say to yourself, this is me, and if I lose this, I will be unhappy. That's how we get attached to stuff. Then that does hold us back. That if I lose this, or if this breaks, or if I don't have this, I will be unhappy. That holds you back, yes. Otherwise, enjoying your stuff, no. Go ahead and love it and enjoy it and buy more for next time I come. Okay.
What's blocking me from moving to South America?
What's blocking me from moving to South America, or any country for that matter, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Again, the fear of failure. See, my brain would have said, you don't want to leave your European comfort, but that's not it. The fear that you might go there and not like it, and then look back and say, I sold my apartment for this, and now I can't go buy another one, the prices are too high. It's that fear that's blocking you from moving to South America. In case you go there and then you change your mind, and then you have to come back and start again from zero. That's the thing. The more established we are, the more secure and safe we are, the less risks we take, because we have too much to lose. People that have nothing to lose will move to South America, or any South America, in a heartbeat. But when you've got a nice apartment like you have, everything is settled. You know where your income is coming from. There's security in your life. Your family's close. You actually like your mother, unlike most people. And you're thinking, what if I go that far away and I change my mind? It's not that easy to buy this apartment back. The prices go up every day here. And that's what's blocking you from moving to South America. Fear in case you change your mind. So let's ask, how can I overcome this? Or how can I deal with this? Okay, keep telling your body that if I move to South America and change my mind, this means I would have learned from South America, and I can then go to the next level of my evolution, or the next level of my lessons on earth, my experiences on earth. And this is what makes my soul richer. You say something like that.
Oh, I like it.
And that way your body will calm down and say, oh, okay, we might lose the comfortable apartment, but at least we'll have a richer soul. And your body will say, it's all right, let's go to South America. Right? Because you see, I'm saying your body because you have convinced your body that security comes first. We don't want to be homeless. We don't want to be poor. Security comes first. So then the body, every time you try to slip out of security, warns you. The alarm goes off. Toot, 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 like when you're parking the car backwards. Right? And that's what's happening. So now convince your body that if you make a decision and later you change your mind, it's because you have learned from that decision, and that decision has enriched your soul. Your body will automatically say, oh, all right. And then you'll have no problem moving to South America.
Oh, beautiful.
Or anywhere.
Why do we have expectations from others?
Why do we have expectations from others? Yes, like for instance, our boyfriend, girlfriend, we expect them to be a certain way, to do a certain thing. Actually, come to think of it, more than our boyfriend, girlfriend, everyone. Okay, let's ask. I don't know. Well, right now I don't know. Let's ask. Why do I have expectations from other people? Oh dear. Because you don't fulfill your own needs and you expect them to be filled by others. And if they are fulfilled by others, you feel more like a princess, like a queen. Like, well, of course, they have to fulfill my needs because I am Princess Ines. This is why. Or Princess whatever your name is. Yes, that's one reason, of course, right? This might not be the A to Z of why we have expectations from others, because this is the world's biggest problem. We expect others to behave a certain way. And if they don't, we go to war, simply because they're not doing what we want them to do. So this might not be the A to Z, as we said, of why. But in the case, maybe in your case, because you're asking the question and your higher self is giving me the answer. So maybe in your case, it's because you don't fulfill your own needs. And you expect other people to do this for you, so that you can feel special. So in order for this need for others to do what you want them to do, in order for this need to go down or to lower, to become less intense, start fulfilling your own needs. You know, you might say, I want a man to take me out at night. You go out on your own. Call a friend and go out. And that way, little by little, you start fulfilling the needs that you want someone else to fulfill for you. And then you won't have such a big need for others to do what you want them to do. You won't have the expectations from others. Because really, every time we want someone else to behave a certain way, it's because we don't behave like that. We want people to love us because we don't love us. If we loved ourselves, we don't need someone else to love us. We're happy. So instead of judging yourself for wanting others to behave a certain way, start loving yourself more. That's all. Start loving yourself more. Give yourself every little thing it wants. Right? I've said this before, I think, because I really like coffee and sweets. No matter what I'm doing, if I want a coffee, I will stop it and go and do it. Many times I've had an appointment on Skype and I would send them a message, can we please do it 20 minutes later? Because I wanted a coffee and my coffee comes first. Because that way, if my body sees I always give it what it wants, then my body will listen to me. You know, before I do a seminar, if I want to lose 2 or 3 kilos, my body listens to me. And I can lose them in a week. I can lose them really fast. Because I always give my body what it wants. I don't deny my body its wants. I don't say, no, you shouldn't have a coffee now because you already had one 2 hours ago. I say, sure, baby, you want a coffee? You're getting a coffee. So you do that to yourself. You start from the little things. Start from the little things. And then that need will go.
But if, for instance, I want somebody to call me, that's not so easy.
Okay.
Should I call myself?
Okay, if you need someone to call you, you need therapy. Okay, I know you're a psychologist, but you know what? Go find another one for you. Yeah, these are needs. These are childish needs. Oh, he's not calling me. That's like, what are you, 8? Right? No. Let go of that. Let go. Let's go to another one.
Okay, how can I deal with other people's projections?
How can I deal with other people's projections? Like we said earlier, that we don't like, when others criticize us, it's because they want what we have, or vice versa. We want what they have when we criticize them. When someone projects their issues on you, remind yourself that that is their issue, not yours. And that's how you deal with it. You cannot change the person, because if they have an issue, that's their issue, and it takes a long time to change. They're going to have to change it themselves. You can't change it. But you can remind yourself that, you know what, this person is projecting his issue on me. That's his issue, that's not mine. And that's it. Let it go. And after you do that for 1 or 2 or 3 months, you will no longer attract people that project their issues on you. Like it might only be once a year that I will attract someone that will project something on me. Because I've gotten so used to saying to myself and my body, oh, that's his issue. So then I stopped attracting those people. So now it's rare. So you start with that. Remind yourself it's their issue.
Why do I still care about what people say about me?
Why do I still care what people say about me? Okay, this one has many answers. I think I've mentioned it in other little videos too, but we can do it again. We keep forgetting that in most lifetimes, we were living either in the jungle, in the desert, in tribes up in the mountains. We were not safe. And if we did something that put the tribe in danger, we got into big trouble from the tribe and we felt rejected. Because we put the whole tribe in danger, or the whole family in danger. For instance, just 1 generation ago, if a woman that wasn't married got pregnant, the whole family was disgraced. That's just 1 generation ago. So after living like that for thousands and thousands of years, it's not easy in only 1 generation for the body to let go of the fear of being judged. And sometimes when we put the tribe in danger in other lifetimes, we were kicked out of the tribe and we died, or out of the family. How many times have we heard of women being kicked out of the house because they got pregnant and they weren't married? Their own family kicked them out of the house. And again, this was only 1 generation ago. In some countries it still happens now. So it's very natural for us to have this fear of being judged, because it could be a matter of life or death. So don't judge yourself for having the fear. Simply keep telling your body when this fear comes up, you know what? I have come to earth just for me. So what everybody else thinks does not matter. Or you can tell your body, in this life, we are safe no matter what other people think about us. We, meaning me and the body. That's why we say we, because we are not our body. So we can say to our body, in this life, we are safe, no matter what other people say. And then keep moving. Always keep moving. Never stand still.
How do I deal with bad spirits? Is there a certain place or planet I could send them?
Are you talking about when you're doing a healing and you might get some so-called heavy energies coming?
Yeah, or some bad spirits when I go to a coffee shop or to
Okay.
a bar.
No, I'm going to have to say, because a lot of New Age people focus too much on negative energies and bad spirits, I'm going to have to simply say, stop focusing on them and you won't attract them and you won't see them. Simply stop focusing on them. Focus on something positive. Because, you know what, to be honest, nothing is good or bad. It's just spirits that are of a lower vibration because that's where they like playing, in the lower vibrations. Now, there's another thing. If you raise your vibration, they cannot see you. So if they can't see you, you can't see them either. Meaning, if they don't see you, they won't bother you. So you can go to a coffee shop that's full of bad spirits, but if you feel happy, they can't see you.
Mm-hmm.
They can't see you. So there's no harm they can do to you. So you don't really have to send them anywhere. Just focus on raising your vibration, and that's it. Whatever we don't like, energetically speaking, whatever we don't like, we simply come out of it. Like, the easiest thing we can do to not be ill is to focus on health. Do the same with those so-called bad spirits. Right. Focus on raising your vibration. Focus on how happy you are. Focus on what you like in life. What you like today while you're walking to the coffee shop. And that way they can't see you.
How can I protect myself from radioactivity? For example, something like Fukushima.
How can I protect myself from radioactivity? It's the same answer as the one before. We need to raise our vibration because radioactivity and every chemical... is radioactivity a chemical? I don't know, never mind. Let's not get scientific because I'm really not a scientist. Radioactivity has a very low vibration. So if we can raise our vibration, it doesn't find us. It doesn't find us. Now, of course, try not to eat all the fish in the Pacific and all the sushi coming out of Japan. Okay, eating one piece is not going to kill you. It just won't. But, if you sit there every day and eat a whole bunch of fish from the Pacific Ocean, yes, they've been contaminated now. But raise your vibration and it won't find you. It won't find you. And all these chemtrails they are spraying in the sky, we know they're spraying them, we can see them. Raise your vibration. Don't get angry. Raise your vibration and they won't harm you at all. At all. But if you focus on them and if you get angry, I'm saying don't get angry because this lowers your vibration. So then you're at the same vibration as the chemicals that they have sprayed in the skies and they will affect you. They will hold your energy down. By the way, a lot of people think that these chemicals are there so they can kill us. They don't want to kill us. They make more money from us being alive. Don't be silly. They don't want to kill us. But what happens with these chemicals is it holds our vibration down, meaning it holds our thinking, it holds our mind in the vibration of survival only. And it doesn't allow many of us to understand that survival is an old game. Let's go to the next level of evolution. Let's go to the next level of expression. Let's go to the next game. And this is why they're spraying. That's all. They don't want to kill us. They want to keep our energy low so that we won't go to the next level and we stop shopping. Because if we stop the shopping, then they won't be in charge of us anymore. That's all. They want us to continue the shopping and to be based and to have a reality that's still based on survival and on fear. The fear of survival. A lot of us fear in case we don't have money and we are homeless. let me tell you, I've been there for a year. It's not that bad. It really isn't. And it has given me a lot of wisdom, and now I can handle anything. Now I'm not afraid of anything, because if I've been homeless for a year, to be honest, I wasn't homeless in the streets. My sister had given me a little room, and I did have somewhere to stay at night. But the hours that she was at home, I had to be out so that she can be alone, and that way she will let me stay there longer. So homelessness is not always necessarily out in the streets. But I was totally broke. And you know what? It was a terrible year, but it's made me much wiser and much stronger, meaning now I'm not afraid of anything. Because knowing I have survived that, everything else is a piece of cake. But when you've never had the hardships or being totally broke, then you're afraid. Your fear becomes more real. So say to yourself, okay, if I don't have any money, I might be homeless. So what? So what? Earth is a game. It's not real. And that way, that fear would go.
Do you ever get any information about, let's say, Germany or Europe as a whole?
Do I ever get any information? Did somebody from Germany send you that question?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Do I ever get any information about Germany or Europe as a whole? Sometimes. But we have to also keep in mind that when we get information about the future, what happens is we have something called timelines. Imagine a piece of paper with lines on it that we write. Mm-hmm. We are on one line. So when we ask about the future, they will show us the future of that line. That, well, if you continue going the way you're going, this is your future. But if you wake up tomorrow and move to another line, your future will be different. Like the session we did today, we kind of saw your future. But if you wake up tomorrow morning and move to China, what we saw today is deleted. Because you've moved to a completely different timeline. You've moved to China. So the things we see about the future are if we keep going the way we're going now. I don't know if I can separate Germany, but what I'm seeing with Europe, or what I have seen with Europe a lot, because a lot of clients would ask about the future of Europe, only because most of the seminars I give are in Europe. Europe's biggest problem is the need for security. Europeans are obsessed with security. Insurance for this, insurance for that, insurance for the other, insurance in case I put the left shoe on the right leg, on the right foot. And because now the earth is going into an energy where we will only be living in the now. We won't know anything about tomorrow. So we're going to have to let go for our need. We're going to have to let go of our need for security. So Europe and Germany, of course, being part of Europe, is going to have problems with this new energy because its security will stop working. For instance, people that think they have a secure job are going to lose those jobs because their soul is trying to tell them, we need to leave security and start living. Security is not life. Security is waiting to die comfortably. If we're going to die, who cares if we're going to die comfortably or not? So until we do die, let's start living. And security is the opposite of living, because living is based in the now. Excuse me. Security is based in the future. Now, if you stay in a marriage for security, this marriage will become unbearable with this new energy. Simply because the new energy wants to say to you, we need to leave security and start living again. So this is why countries like Europe that are obsessed with security, Europe and North America, they will have troubles in this new energy more than what other countries will that have no security anyway. They don't care. They just live for the day, simply because there is no security there anyway. Right? So that's what I see a lot about Europe, including Germany, of course. But I can't say if I can see... All I know is that the whole world is going into another dimension very soon, and we're going to go into self-expression. When we walk the streets, eventually, when we walk the streets, we will look at people's faces and there will be a smile on them instead of the way they are now. Because they're always thinking of the bills, or they're always thinking that someone didn't do something. Someone promised me something and he didn't do it. Someone said he'll love me and he didn't do it. And their faces are all like death. That's going to change. But for the whole world, not just Europe. It might show more in countries like Europe, because really, let's face it, the safest, richest countries in the world are the unhappiest. No one is smiling on the street. You visit countries in North Africa and everyone's smiling. And they're not rich and they're not safe and they have no security. Now, that's not that that's right and Europeans are wrong, but the energy that the world is going into will not be based on security and survival. And in America we have a saying, the rug will be pulled out from under our feet. We're standing on a rug and that rug is going to be pulled away and we're going to fall to the floor like, break like an egg. And that rug is our security or our need for security. That's the only future I see most loudly when I'm doing sessions, most prominent, most, it has more of the energy. The higher selves are always telling the client, let go of your need for security.
But how can you let go?
I personally, because I used to be in this game too until I was 40, I told myself that if I die, I'm going back home. And home is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So if home is beautiful, what do I have to be afraid of? Home is beautiful, period. And that's how I let go. Completely. So completely. Because I know where I'm going to go when I die. Our homes are beautiful. Much more beautiful than Earth. Earth is a school. And for those of you who have a need to be loved, at home, you're constantly loved. So if your need is really big, go back home. Okay, what else?
Here we have a very scientific question.
Yes?
When will Earth go into the photon belt?
When will Earth go into the photon belt? That is very scientific. To be honest with you, I thought it would have already started. Sometimes I'll channel someone and they say it has already started. It's just that not all of you are feeling it. But some of you that have completely let go are feeling it. Your lives are already fifth dimensional. So I don't know by years exactly when it would go in there, or if it's already partly in there. So I don't want to say a number, because I've been wrong with dates many times. I personally thought it was going to go in immediately after December 21st, 2012. But it doesn't look like it did. A lot of things have changed since then. So maybe we are on the outskirts of it. That's all I can say. I can't really tell you when it's going to go into. I know it's going to go into the photon belt, and everything becomes lighter, much lighter, much. An example, our walls, our houses will be of a lighter vibration. They will not be so dense. It's difficult to describe now because that's all we know. That's all our brain knows. So it's difficult to describe how our walls soon will be able to walk through them. Right? Because they will be so light, there will be so much space in there that we will be able to walk through them. But that's a whole different matter. It's a whole different session or seminar or whatever.
Yeah.
So what other questions do we have?
Why do we eat so much more than we need?
Why do we eat so much more than we need? Yes. You know what? Especially lately. So many of us, including myself, eat so we can shut up the voice inside us. Because that voice is saying, hey, wake up, hey, I'm here. I've always been here. I am the real you. Hey, hello. And we want to shut that little voice up, so we fill our stomach. People who drink more alcohol than they need also do the same thing. Their voice is much louder and they quieten it with alcohol. And this is why we eat more than we need. So we won't look in. We're not going to judge it. It's just the way humans are. See, humans like comfort. We like comfort. We also like a quick fix. Like right now, I'm hearing a little voice inside, but I don't want to hear it. Quick, eat. We want a quick fix. And that's why we eat more. And this is also why we eat sugar. I think you asked me this earlier. Why do I eat so much sugar? It's a quick fix. It changes your energy really fast. And then you come down fast as well, so then you go for more sugar. Mm-hmm. Right? Simply to quieten the voice inside. I don't want to judge it. Okay, don't judge it. But if you have the guts, ask yourself, okay, let me sit down and ask this little voice, what is it you want to tell me? And then just quieten your mind. You might not get the answer right away, simply because we expect the answer to come in an email, or we expect to hear it, like you're hearing music. But it's a voiceless voice that talks to you. Trust it. But if you think you didn't hear it right away, just do it again later. It's all right. Mm. And then hopefully, little by little, you will need to eat less.
Yes, but the problem is, I hear from people during the state of eating too much sugar, they can't control themselves anymore. They can't stop eating it. They can't listen to their inner voice anymore. They don't care. They just want to have their sugar. Okay,
they don't want to listen to their inner voice, and this is why they want their sugar.
Okay.
So this is what they cannot control. There's no other answer I ever got with this. Whenever clients have asked, why do I eat so much? The soul will say something like, because you're trying to avoid listening to me. And this is why.
So the simple tool is like saying, stop,
no.
I will listen to you now.
No, not necessarily. Okay, what is it you want to tell me? Something like that. There's no need to stop cold turkey, as we say in America, like right away. Do it slowly. Do it day by day or every 3 days until you get used to it. Nothing happens overnight. There's another thing with humans. They want to press a button and everything change that instant. No, that's never going to happen. And that's what these people say, I lose control. No, you just want to press a button and stop eating. No, find out why you like eating so much. Or why you go straight to food when there's a little problem. It's so that we will not face our little problems. Or so we can keep staying in denial. We love being in denial. We don't like the truth. And this little voice will tell us the truth. This little voice will say, no, you are not happily married. You have just settled. That's all. Call it what it is. It's that little thing. Next question?
No more questions. For tonight.
Okay. That's all we're going to do for today. And we'll do another one tomorrow or whenever. Thank you.